Yo, what's up, guys? Truth in the Booth, episode 8. We got Third Eye in studio with I&I, Insightful, Intrepid, Intellect, and Insight.
Yeah.
How you guys doing today?
Chilling, man. Chilling, doing very, very well.
Doing nice, bro. How about yourselves?
Good, man. Good.
Doing great, man. Yeah,
Appreciate you guys having us, man. This is dope.
Yeah, this is an excellent opportunity, man. I've kicked it with you guys numerous times.
Yeah.
We've always messed at shows, and definitely excited to bring you guys on today.
Thank you, man. I'm happy to be here.
So we want to know, so what is Wastelands, its origins, and basically how has it come to be over the years, man? We want the whole history.
Oh, man. It is probably like a 10-year plus history of Wasteland, because we've all kind of grown up together in one way or another.
And what the spirit of it is, yeah. I mean, we ain't been pushing like we're pushing now for, but maybe 2, maybe 3 years.
Yeah,
When the
as
idea like kind of like really we kind of took hold of it, but I mean it's been growing, and the seed was planted probably 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, man.
We all grew up together, but we also make good music. We just enjoy spending time together, and one person started making music, and then 4 people was making music, and we were all hanging out together. So it was just like, well, why don't we all do this, because we're all together anyway.
Anyways,
Right.
yeah, it kind of naturally just formed. It was real organic. I mean, I felt like in the beginning it was JY and Harvey were probably the first out the box to really take music seriously. JY's been in a band, have been making music since he was like 15, 16, and Harvey's been singing and writing and rapping probably for just as long. And we kind of just all gradually got there on our own accord. And then once we were all solidified and our skills were building, and you know, we would have like freestyle nights and just kick it. It kind of clicked, like, you know, we probably have something here. We should give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, when Harvey was in here, he was saying that you and him would just spend hours and hours and hours rapping.
Yeah, man.
Just perfecting your craft.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time on that dude's couch just listening to beats and sucking. Like
That's what he said
for
too.
weeks, man. For like weeks,
sure.
just sucking terribly. And then there'd be this one moment where we'd be kicking in the garage, and one of us would string like 12 bars of awesome, flip out, run around the house, and be like, "Oh my god, this is so fun!" And you know, you do that enough times, and you start to develop a skill and a style, and
Right.
the craft just presents itself to you. Because that's how it was for me, man. Like we just sucked until we didn't suck anymore.
There's a lot of progression. You and Harvey go way back, right?
Yeah, man, I've known that dude since I was 13, but I've known Zach just as long.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, we went to the same middle school. We went to the same high school.
Green Valley, right?
Yeah, Green Valley.
Green Spun,
Keep it green.
Palo.
My wife went there. My wife went to all those schools.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so crazy,
Yeah.
man.
She
Vegas
was on
is
the
small
debate
that way,
team.
man.
Fish boy.
She was on the debate team. She kicked ass. She was 5th in the state.
Our debate team was pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
Green Valley debate team was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But on some hip hop shit, what does Wasteland got going on right now?
Man, right now,
You guys are doing all kinds of shit, and it's really awesome to see. But I just want you to share it with these
thank you, man. Thank you.
people, man.
Let's see, man. Harvey and JY got an album in the mix. JY just dropped a beat tape. The
sir.
Diva
Go
beat
play
tape. We're
that.
bumping that right now in the background. Third Eye's working on an album right now called Decompressions.
That'll be our second one.
It'll be the second one that
A
we
little
drop.
shorter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this dude's also doing their band's album, Huge in Japan, which should drop next Saturday night, actually on your birthday for our show that we're doing. So that's really the biggest thing in the forefront right now is our show that we got on Saturday, 9 p.m. in Money Place. So make sure y'all come out if you want to.
Not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Next Saturday,
April 1st.
It's Cat's birthday.
My parents' birthday. It's gonna be a great fucking time.
Yeah,
And
dude, I can't wait, man.
That's
Super pumped for that.
But that's kind of what we're trying to do, man. Is just build a reputation and throw good shows.
Yeah.
And we want artists to fuck with us because we know we can all build together, and it's just got to be like, let's just have this good time that people can come out and see and be like, damn, I remember every time I was at a Wasteland show, we had a blast.
Yeah.
So,
And
we wanna
you know
keep
what's
it.
great about these guys? A lot of artists in this scene are single. Like, they do solo shit. And I was one of those cats. And like, you guys have always worked in a group. And a lot of people admire wanting to work in a group. So like, approach these guys, and you know, because they love the art just as much as you do, and they are more than willing to share it if you're dope and you're ill. I mean, you bring in so many different cats into your shows. Like the last Wasteland show, there was Indica, Big Smith, you know, numerous. Now you're doing Noise Man, myself.
Yeah.
Boppo coming up too.
Albert, yes.
bad, man.
Yeah,
that was super
We
talented.
just want to network and fill these shows with good artists because Vegas has a lot to offer. And I feel like your average person that goes to one of these shows or open mics who doesn't go often, who doesn't frequent the scene, they see a lot of and like maybe one good person. We want to like collect it and put it into one, so that way
Stack that lineup.
That way you know when you're coming out, you're gonna see good
back.
shit, and you're gonna want to come. And that's how we think we're gonna make our way to skyrocket through Vegas, I guess.
Only the real will survive, man.
Yeah,
The real are gonna survive.
And good energy helps too, you know.
Yep.
for sure. Like, I just want to do what we can collectively because we do have the numbers. And that does give us an opportunity to have all hands on deck. And what's cool is anytime one of us hears something that's authentic, genuine, and talented, we plug it to everyone else in the crew. And you may not like it the first time you heard somebody listen to something. You may not like it the second time, but one day you're going to roll through the kitchen and hear track number 7 off this dude's album because JY's been bumping all day and be like, oh man, that's dope. And next thing you know, you have an appreciation for someone who may not be getting shine, and we can all push for you. And that's what we want to be about, man. We want to give people who have a good idea, good direction, and make quality music an opportunity to shine, man.
And I can vouch for that. That's like the first time I ever met you. You told me that exact thing. Like,
Dude.
that's really what Wasteland wants to do. Is report a good message and share it with the world. And so if you got anything, man, approach these guys. They will be more than happy to help you guys out.
Yeah. So you're raw off the top, raw freestyle.
Thank you, man.
How is that? But you're also a prolific writer too. Like, take us through the transition. Like, how does that affect? Like, has it helped you as a writer being able to freestyle, like keep to a beat and everything, and just take us through your process?
So I definitely feel like one facilitates the other, right?
Yeah.
In both ways, because it's easy to get stagnant in freestyle, especially if you're not actively like chasing topic or trying to do like creative games and things. And a lot of that I learned from Odie. If you guys don't know who Odie is, Odie with a Dream. That dude is genius when it comes to freestyle. It's pretty incredible if you've been in the presence of it. You know what I'm talking about. But I learned a lot from that guy too. He was kind of like my mentor in that, and it really just came from practice, like freestyling always. And before I started rapping, like I wanted to be an author, so I spent a lot of time writing before I ever started writing. So I feel like that kind of helped my ability to set up a concept and a direction and kind of like a narrative on how to build a song. And then after I got good enough at freestyle, it was kind of easy to marry the two.
Yeah.
And I guess like that's where you get what it is that I do right now.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of people start, you know? Either they're writing and then they end up rapping, or they're freestyling and they're like, oh man, I gotta make songs.
Yeah.
And you do some writing outside of hip-hop as well. You wanna tell us
Yeah,
about
man.
that?
Like, my real writing only started because I was in college at the time and I couldn't take notes and stay awake. Every time I take notes, I'd start to fall asleep in class. And it got to a point where like some of my teachers would get mad in those classes I had to attend. And so I just started writing, and that was like, that's what I did when notes were boring. I would just write, and then I'd go back and forth from notes to just writing shit that was in my mind. But that all started from, we used to get drunk, just the now current members of Wasteland, and one of our friends who isn't part of like the music scene right now, he would freestyle.
Shout out to Travis Coles, man.
Hey, yes. And man, he would freestyle, he would diss all of us and just roast session complete, like flame on, just bro.
Right.
And it was bad, and then we were like, all right, we gotta respond to this dude. He's just gonna get drunk and freestyle talk shit about
You
us.
gotta come back.
So like that's what really started it, and then that's why when I was in class after that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna bring some heat back. But then what it ended up happening is I could only write like shit that I'm going towards, like something with a topic, something that I'm really feeling right now. And so I started doing a lot of spoken word poetry. I found an open mic, and I saw a couple poets that were really dope. And I went and tried it the first time, like hands shaking, nervous as fuck, just reading it. And I got a lot of good feedback, and I knew I'd completely underperformed. I was completely just intimidated of being on stage.
Right.
So I was like, okay, if I try to do this and not just like do it to keep me awake, then I can do a lot more and actually progress through and be like some of these people that I'd seen kill it on the stage. So I'm like, that's kind of how that all developed, and it's kind of just taken form, and now it's real free flowy now. This dude's helped me along a lot as far as writing with that first album that we put in, Blind Persistence. It's complex. Like if you've heard it, it's wordy, it's lyrical.
That's a lot to take in.
The ideas there's a lot to take in, and for my first album writing, it was a lot to like oh shit, can I do this? Like, but this dude, you know, believed in me, challenged me, and pushed me. So that's like really what all set it going. So,
Well, speaking of blind persistence, let's talk about that. Let's talk about you know, what inspired your concepts, and you know, you said that was your first album you've ever like really wrote and whatnot. So take us through that process. Like, how did you guys grow from that?
So you started. That was your idea.
Thank you. First and foremost, I want to say, like, as far as helping him become a better writer, it was easy as hell because this dude came out the box with flames. I remember being in the Southsboro Broncos playoff game and him showing me a verse that he wrote in his psych class, and it could have been like the 30th verse, but to me it was the first verse, right? And it was amazing off top. I was almost a little jealous. I was like, bro, it took me a year to get here. And the moment I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, bro, you got it, we can take this someplace. So, segue to Blind Persistence. Blind Persistence is actually, back when I was still trying to be like a graphic novelist or some sort of an author, I was working on something called The Lost Tapes of Intrepid Intellect. And this was before I was even thinking about rapping. And it was going to be a short story series. And I kind of got stuck with it, man. And, you know, life happens and you put your creative projects aside and shit like that. And that's essentially what happened with that. And then I started picking up rapping and kind of came back to it later. And I was like, man, you know, I don't know if I could finish this as a book or as like a graphic novel or even a series, but I'm positive that I can turn this into an album. So that's what I started doing. I kind of started deconstructing the story that I had and creating this album out of it.
Wow.
And I got to a point where I probably had like, maybe I knew I had the plot done. Like I knew the beginning, middle, and end, but there was chunks missing, and I wasn't necessarily sure I was feeling that. So I kind of went back to like story writing and like what do I feel, how do I feel these plot devices?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm missing a character. And that's when I approached Zach. I was like, yo, man, I don't necessarily know if you'd be down for this, but I got this album that I've been working on, and I feel like you could for sure facilitate and help me out. Would you be into it? He was kind enough to be on board, man. And I showed him what I had. We started shopping beats, man, and he helped me start story editing and kind of like iron out where this can go, and how to make it a little more relatable, and like how to make it more musical rather than just plot, you know?
Yeah, story.
And it came together, you know, over the course of like almost 2 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm like astonishingly proud of how it came out, man. It's a great project, man.
It is a great project.
And,
we were just bumping it actually before you guys came over.
Thank you, man. And it was super fun to do. It was super, super fun.
Yep.
That's what's up.
You have any comments?
I mean, I just remember this dude coming to me to tell me like, all right, help me finish this story, and he showed me this shit, bro. And like, if you've heard what his raps are like,
Yeah.
for someone who hasn't like wrote music before, I was like, no, I can't do this. Like, there's no way, like, I'm gonna be able to do it. And like I said, like, I just kept showing him stuff. Like, I try, and I just kind of like take it a little bit at a time. And I show him this, and I'm like, I don't really know about it. And he's like, no, that's good. Run with that. Keep going. And it took me a lot longer than I thought. I remember like 3/4 of the way through when I was like, just keep hitting the wall towards the closing of the album. I was like, why did I even say that I want to do this? Like, why did I say that I could do this? Like, I should have told him, no, man, it's your idea, you're on your own, go ahead. Like, I feel like I was holding it up. But man, it came out and it came through, and then that propelled me, like, it propelled the squad, and they were like, yo, what y'all did was fucking dope. Like, you guys keep at it. And man, I just remember before finishing it just being like, oh man, I shouldn't have ever done this. And it ended up being really good. So I'm proud. It's cool.
Yeah, man, I love your
sure.
live sets. You guys do really good. You guys mesh well.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
I love performing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my shit.
And that was your crutch when it began. So
yeah.
that's kind of
That's
funny.
a big part.
Yeah, I mean, just out here being in Vegas and performing as much as you guys do, you know, you're gonna get better instantly. You know,
Especially
like I've grown so much of it as an artist from performing out here. But before I even moved out here, I had been rapping for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, but I wasn't that good until I got to Vegas, and I really propelled me.
Yeah, man. Just
you know, so I mean,
the 2 years that I've known you, that I've seen you perform and make music, man, your growth has been super exponential. Like you've gotten so much better, dude. 4 and 8 is an album that I bump like still regularly in rotation. Yeah.
case for sure. I got in my 6 set.
Yeah, man,
Right
I bought
now.
that shit at the last Wasteland show and played that shit out the car on my way out. And I'll still
Every
roll it,
track.
man. Yeah,
Every track,
shit's
though.
bangers. Yeah, man, the scene right now is, it's just palpable with talent. There's so much great music and great ideas. Everywhere.
And people who want to work, you know, people who really want to hustle and you know, not only hustle for themselves, but hustle for this city. And that's something that's been really missing, I feel like. And now it's time to bridge that gap. You know? And
definitely, it's happening.
Yep.
As Vegas cats, how have you guys seen the scene progress? Because like I left for a little bit, and before I left, there was nothing here really. Like a lot of my homies like left, went to Minneapolis to start their careers, and basically, I mean, it's blowing up right now in my opinion.
And talk
the
about
collective is insane. Like, how have you guys seen it change?
Yeah, and talk about like some of the cats that influenced you. I know you've mentioned to me like Isaac Sawyer and Odie and you know those cats. So you know, run those topics by us.
Like even though we've all kind of hung out with each other since we were like young kids, just like preteens and shit.
Yeah.
We've always had outside circles that we've kicked it with.
Right.
And Odie and Isaac and a lot of like those dudes, like the Dirty Earthlings crew and the Microphone Patrols crew, like those dudes were like my mentors.
If you don't know them, you don't know Las Vegas hip hop. And Snuff and Dirty Earthlings are some of the dopest MCs that ever walked this city.
Yeah, man, I've only kicked it with Snuff like maybe twice. And both times that just blew me away. Just rapping. He was so nonchalant about it. He was crazy good. Shout out to you, bro.
He's a huge sports fan. He's a good guy. I like him
That's
a
what's
lot.
up. That's what's up. But like Cease had a Johnny O. That dude was super dope. He had a big impact on me as far as like writing. He showed me some crazy tricks. But like that was really my only like outlet to the Vegas scene. Like we came around late. As far as like from like what Art Sanders was talking, like if you want to take that history, go watch that episode if you haven't. Like the Daddy Max little segment is kind of when like we started popping up, and like there were spots where we were too young to get in. We'd like either fake ID'd it or rapped in the parking lot and
ciphered it.
Yeah, so like that's where it started. And I think probably Money Mike is like really when we decided that we were going to make moves.
For me, it was like the Money Mike that they do Money Plays now. It used to be different. Like now it's real heavy hip hop, and it's nice to know that you can go to a bar and rap, and they're gonna accept it, and you're not gonna be like, oh well, we already have 2 people rapping tonight, so you can't get on the list.
Yeah.
But before it was Vegas on the mic, and that's when I first went, and I think the first night I saw Cameron Calloway. I think it was either Sonia Seelinger or Jessica Manalo that night. And I believe it was either that night or the next time I went, the second week I went, I saw Elmer Abako looping shit and singing. And I remember seeing like, God damn. And that was like my first real entry into the bigger music scene in Vegas. And I was like, man, there's some fucking talent. And I don't know why I've never heard of it until now. And then now that we've been in here, you feel it growing. I think especially in hip hop too. I think we're on like a little bubble right now that everyone's hungry and everyone's just out there moving, and you can feel it. You can feel that pulse going. So I think I like where it's going. We have a lot of talented cats, and if we make the right moves, a couple people get on, and you know. So now Vegas is a hotbed, which it is. It's just we just gotta. I feel like Vegas faces a challenge though. Like other cities, you go to Austin, Denver, where I'm from. There's not much that goes on every day, every night, all the time. But Vegas. You don't come to Vegas and like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight in Vegas. If you don't, you walk right outside and there's a whole big-ass playground.
There's too much else going on around us.
So we have to get our city right.
It's the locals that we need.
But the thing is that it's so artistically diverse, man. Like, and it's not, I mean, we think hip-hop's deep, but this ain't even the deepest of the music. And like the art scene is ridiculous. There's so many talented graphic artists out there. The DJs. B-boys, everything. This is a very artistic city, and it needs to be seen as an artistic hub. I think that's got to be what's next for Vegas. Like before football teams and shit,
I think it is.
We need like art to be a focal point. So you can come here, you know, you can blow your life away and gamble your whole bank account out, but you'll see somebody that's going to inspire you through some dope artwork, you know, either music or something, you know, like.
See, man, for me personally,
that's how it needs to be.
I feel like what you're talking about and kind of like the attitude and demeanor that the Strip possesses, and kind of just like what it's known for as the excess and the gluttony, the debauchery, and the gambling and all that shit, right? That's always going to be a prevalent part of what Las Vegas is.
Yeah.
And I don't ever think that there's going to be like a legitimate blend between like the art of what you're talking about and that. But what you do see happening is we're kind of creating our own spaces now. And it's kind of almost naturally like we're getting these mid-levels to where before it was like you either playing bars or you're playing clubs. And that's a huge gap to close as far as fanfare and like actually booking yourself, you know what I mean? But now there's a lot of these mid-tier venues that are super nice. Brooklyn Bowl, Artisan, Bunkhouse, that are getting so much local exposure and attention as not only dope venues where incredible shows happen, but where they're willing to take a chance on local talent that are already executing at such a professional level, man. And that's what's crazy too, is like within these last 3 years, like you said, Cameron Calloway, Sonia, Jessica, The Link, Brittany Rose, Housie Harkins, Demi V, man, everybody in the North, like Elmer and AJ and his whole crew, like a million other people. But the amount of people that are operating at such a high, authentic, artistic level is mad impressive. And I definitely think we're just going to keep building our own niche and carve out our section. And the momentum is almost unstoppable at this point, man. There's so many dope people out here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's well said. You can't really say it much better than that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely.
That sums it up. There's so much prospective talent here. I mean, it's basically shining a light on what's already here. You know, like you said, there's already cats here that are doing it at the highest levels, and it's just that's the way underground music is, or music. I mean, independent music. You kind of gotta word of mouth. You know, you gotta have a collective, and I think that's what's happening right now. And your guys' crew is like a great example of a way to carve out your own path. You know what I mean?
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. We do what we can.
Yeah,
So definitely.
So let's call it some shows, because this weekend's packed, man. It's popping.
Yeah.
So tonight, go check out Overflow 9, the Waterhole free show.
Shout out AJ.
It's anniversary too, so I know it's gonna be crazy.
Hey,
Elmer's on there. I think Profane's on there.
Profane.
He's dope too,
Elmer's
man.
on there.
I just found you, Profane. You're tight too.
You just found him?
Yeah, bro. Dude, I'm telling you. I sleep and then I find dope people.
Tiki's at that show.
Tiki B?
Tiki's,
Man.
man, I love Tiki. We used to...
Shout out to Tiki B, man. You're dope.
Yeah, and Elmer's on that.
Tonight.
And there's an open mic from 9 to 10 as well. So check that out. That's going to be a great show. Free. Again, can't beat that. Yeah, Waterhole's great.
Yeah.
Thrive is going on too. It's at the Cannabis Marketplace on Cheyenne and Simmons. T-Rebel's going to be there. Sky Warhol. That's going to be a dope show. I don't know about the cover, but that show is already in progress, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. Also, Land of the Rebels at the Cracker Box, East Side, on Nellis, $5 show. Priscilla P, bunch of other cats from the scene that I've never even heard of, but you may have. So, I mean, go check out some new shit if you want. And tomorrow, the only thing that I know that's going on is the female showcase. That's also at the Waterhole. Phase 1's throwing that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, starving artist type deal. So go check that out. But also, Levon Kennedy is hosting a cypher at his house. And he's trying to take hip hop back, man.
Really?
Yeah, man. He's getting a DJ and shit. He's gonna be bumping instrumentals. It's gonna be.
Shout out to LeBron.
No, 5 o'clock. If you want to go, hit him up. He said, yeah, it's gonna be. It's a dope little house party. Hit him up. He said not to give out the address because it's gonna be popping. But definitely 5 o'clock, and then go check out the Waterhole after, you know.
Word.
And then Sunday, the Beat League tryouts. Man, that's just going to be... I know a lot of the producers on that. Ivory's going to be in that. Big Scoon, Ross Cop. Tons of local Vegas producers on that. And they always pack the Beauty Bar when they do shows. So if you're an MC who's watching this, that's like the perfect place to go and find beats, man.
Go buy beats.
You know, go buy some beats.
Right.
That's what it's about. Spreading love, helping your scene eat. That's what we do. Yeah, man.
And where can we find your guys' music?
Yeah.
You can find our music at thirdeyelv.bandcamp.com. Same thing with SoundCloud.
Third Eye LV.
Yep. Outside of that, man, go check out Harvey Listen if you already haven't. JY Huge in Japan. You can find us at hugeinjapan.soundcloud.com and hugeinjapan.bandcamp.com. We're actually going to drop a new track for you tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. Who knows? We'll see. Probably tonight, though. Who else, man? Tekken's got a project in the work. You guys don't know him. He's like a shadow member of Wasteland.
Okay.
But
He's a master behind on some of our beats.
yeah, man, he's dropped some beats that are super awesome. He's got a project in the mix that's coming out. So, and then if you're not following Wasteland Records, go follow Wasteland Records because that's where you can catch all of it.
Yes, sir. And we are constantly posting tracks from these cats. Anything Wasteland. So you can definitely keep up to date with Wasteland through Truth in the Booth as well. Man, it's great,
Bro, I'm excited. I didn't get to mention them earlier, but I know me and a couple other people. I know you just work with Cam City,
Right.
But yeah. So I'm excited.
We're actually doing an Echelon remix.
Ooh, that's gonna be flames.
Yeah,
I might do like a
real.
Yeah, 20 was dope.
They're real.
Yeah,
I can talk about the Vegas scene forever, man.
Yeah.
Ulysses, Snap Murphy, two dudes that I really want to talk about that I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
Ulysses is dope, but most importantly, man, that guy stands for something, and I really
Yes.
appreciate the message that he
Yes.
pushes. And same thing with Snap. Snap pushes more positivity than I feel like humanly possible.
Yo, Snap got me to go see Brother Ali because he was opening for Brother Ali recently at Backstage Bar and Billiards. And bro, I was this far from Brother Ali when he was spitting his rhymes, and that show was so dope, man. Snap killed it too, killed it. So
Snap
I was
was
like,
great.
I probably wouldn't even went to the show.
Yeah, man, that dude's crazy.
Yeah,
legit.
that shit was that was amazing. That was a turning point for me. Like, yo, I gotta get on my grind.
And you know what's crazy, dude? Like, I like everybody's music out here, but I feel like all the artists out here are way better live. You know, like Snap's incredible live. Like, I mean,
it's hard too, you know.
we put in work, man. We go up on stage and we let it show. We let that pass. And I have a saying, if you ain't sweating, you ain't doing it right. You know, all these MCs out here, we're fucking sweating, man. We're bringing that heat, that Vegas heat. That's what it's about. That's what we're doing, man.
For sure.
Well, shit. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Yeah,
No doubt,
guys.
man. Appreciate it, bro.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Again,
How you doing?
Sneaking underneath.
sneaky.
Hell yeah.
Peace out, y'all.
This is episode 8,
We
Truth
in
in the
there.
Booth. Peace, love,
Next Saturday,
unity.
be at the show, y'all.
Yeah, April 1st,
Next
birthday
Saturday.
show.
Yeah, peace.
Peace, guys.